This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, Elasticsearch, do we have any questions?
As of now, no.
Okay, so now guys, the first step what I did, the question is how to set up, what do you say, how to set up Kibana. So all the steps I'll put it up, that's a 8.x. So some of the steps I cannot reproduce because I showed, I did it just while talking, while waiting. So I'll just put it up all the commands with you. So what is the stuff which I did is like this. So first thing what I did is install this wget, and then after that I downloaded the file. That is the stuff which I did, and this is the file. Now where I did it in the OPT, that's my fab location. You can do in other locations also, it's up to you. And then finally I went to tarballing. So this is the tarballing I did, and then extracted, and then get into this, and finally get into this, and finally I modify this file, and some of the changes which I did I would like to tell you, and that is vi config kibana.yaml. So some of the changes which I did, okay, so so some of the changes which I did, so I should have uncomment this one, not sure how come. It's okay, no problem. So here some of the changes which I did, this one, and then
The Elasticsearch also commented.
not sure how it's commented.
Rajesh, you're not talking, right?
Yeah, I'm talking actually. I'm talking, guys. Just a second, guys. I got a little confused because some of my changes which I did last time, it got reverted back, but how come is possible? Kibana and how come it's running OPT 8.4.2 and just a second. .8, correct. IPA 8. This is a really strange issues. IP address is 8. This is 8 is running. I see it's running, but processes are not able to trace it. Why? Huh. So put the region for this. Let me cancel this, guys. Let me. Same, right? Yeah. Okay. So let me it will confuse with the system how it's behaving differently. Go back to config. I just want to see the config file, cd config and more Kibana, and this is uncommented.
All the things are commented, Rajesh.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, I'm surprised
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
How
If at
how
all they are
come
commented, then it shouldn't be executed.
yeah, that's what. Just it's really. I'm thinking, is it a different machine I'm running? Let me check the IP address. It's 8. No, it's correct. And refresh. It should be down now. Cool. Yeah, this is cool. I'm shocked, to be honest. How come it is happening? But this is something. Okay, bin directory. I'm just starting this Kibana, and that the file, and that's the file. I fixed the certificate one. That's the one I did. And reverted all the changes. How? I'm not sure. Let us see. If it's starting successfully, then shocking. I need to check that. Is there any other installations in that machine or something? So starting successfully. Is now available. Was key created. Refresh. Okay. So let me try to find out these issues little bit later, because I don't want you lost your precious time. This is really strange, but anyways, I'll update the documents as per that stuff. So here I modify this one, and then I modify this one. So these are the changes I did, and finally some things to do. And now you may be thinking, how do you get a token? So token was expired. So what I did was I set the token new one, and this is the command I did. So I set the token, enrollment token. So here I am writing how to generate a service token for Kibana. So sorry, no, not service token. This is a different one. So
It's a
for
token
that,
for Kibana access.
yeah, just a second, give me. So I'll put it all the steps. You'll not get confused because I'm running too many steps here and there. So this command. So how to generate, this is the one. So you have to use Elasticsearch, and this is for Kibana and my token. Okay, so this token I have used it here. Now after this, I would like to tell you one thing. So if you remember that initially we discussed, and that is so guys, remember that you will have an interactive mode, and where you will have to provide the enrollment token. So mind it, is enrollment token is different, service token is different. So enrollment token you can give it to the on the console only. So my enrollment token which I generated was this one. Okay, this is the Kibana. and this will also get expired in 30 minutes, I guess. Yes, so that you copied and clear data. But there's a problem here. If you modify this username and password and all stuff like that, so you have to generate the enrollment token and then you have to pass it this one. So what to do? So how to register, that is important. How to register okay, that's how to register Kibana with Elasticsearch using enrollment token. That is important. Using enrollment token, and that you have to do that. Now this URL I'm putting in the for the more context. Okay, and here this dollar done. So this I did it actually in this this I did it in the
Elasticsearch.
Elasticsearch. So here I did this. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, correct. And after that, how to generate enrollment token. That's the things. And next question is how to register Kibana with Elasticsearch using enrollment token. So for that, I use one command, which is this one. And this command I perform in the Kibana. That is what I did here. So if you'd like to show you bin directory here, Kibana setup. Okay, so this I did, and after that, after doing this enrollment token, which I got it here, and then finally you will get the URL something like this, and after that browse to this and browse to this and use the username, which is Elastic, and the password, which you know that very well. So these are the steps which I followed in order to connect the to get the up and running Kibana, and done. So now I have a
Rajesh,
password which is
you told that you have done something related to certification, the certify.
yes.
You did
So what
it.
I did, I'll show you this. So what I did is just a second. I went to config directory and there's a cert, right? This cert. So what I did just for blanket this cert, I copied to here. Okay. So whole directory I copied, so I can use it from the Kibana also anytime. Got it? You can modify the files also, but right now it's not required.
Can you please make the PWD of the particular config?
This one. Here. This is the directory. So I push to the here. Got it?
Rajesh, that search directory is already there, or
No.
you got it from somewhere? I
I
mean,
showed you, no? See here the command SCP.
okay. No, here I'm asking. Here in the Elasticsearch,
See
the
that,
search
no?
directory is
Oh, no.
that
Oh,
is
yeah.
there.
Cert directory was there, yeah. So this certificate,
Okay.
initially, if you remember, this certificate I
Uh,
used for this operation. Got it?
oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
Just like a
Okay.
TLC or SSL certificate.
See, any website you connect, you will have to provide certificates, and here these certificates I am providing through the command line.
These are auto-generated while installation.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay, so now we set up a Elastic password is somewhere on top, you know that. and login. So now guys, here what happened?
Space before space.
No.
Password.
I think it got down because I maybe killed actually. It's okay. So Kibana. This is really annoying. Okay, so now it got down. So now all these two components we got it. Elasticsearch Kibana, we connected this, and you know what? One thing I'll tell you, we are facing this all steps only in the 8. 7 it was very simple actually. Now, if you want the flawless experience, you don't want to just want to focus on learning rather than becoming admin, then what you do? Just Elasticsearch and 8. Just go for this one. Within 30 minutes, I think 20 to 30 minutes, you'll have up and running everything. And it's a container, but you have to experience the container. Make sense, all of you? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah. Okay, so now let me log in, and here this is login, and start working here. So now this is the Kibana, which ultimately you have to work. Now there's some start by adding in integration. So this feature you see Elastic company is trying to convert Elastic Stack ELK Stack as an observability tool. Mind it, I said observability because they were not able to make money from the site searches and all. So log analysis, they were not able to make money log analysis, so they wanted to convert into observability, and using that you can install the agents actually. So this concept is little different what we discussed. Did we cover the Datadog something like that session for you guys?
No, no.
No.
No,
Okay.
Rajesh.
Yeah, so here what is happening, this will become a monitoring solution now. So this Kibana, what you can see is more or less will become observability solution, a monitoring solution. So for that you have to start integration, installing the agent. So these all are agent now. Okay, these all are agent now. So this concept right now will not get into that. We'll stick to the ELK, the root modules. So how to do that? We'll discuss that one. So now if you want to run visually the commands, so in go to the dev tool, you see under the management there's a dev tool. Okay, and here you can run all of your DSL queries of Elasticsearch. It's loading little slow, but it will come on. Yes, so whatever the code I wish to show you now, so that will be, you will be running here, run right side output, you'll see that. So this is something which will do that. Understood, all of you? Okay,
Can you
so
repeat that
now
again?
okay, we'll show you this one better. Okay, so now move on. Let me complete the quickly this setup also, Logstash and beats. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the this machine only, Elasticsearch, because I have a limited resources. So what I'm going to do directly, I'm going to deploy the Logstash. So do I have any article quickly which I can use it? Logstash. So here this is the Logstash installation I want. This is the one, Elastic Logstash. Okay, so I can follow this one, but it's an older one little bit. Let's go for the latest one. So Logstash download. So 7 I don't want, because everywhere we are using the latest one. So let's use the latest one here also. Which version? 8.4.2. Now which operating system? This one. And URL, copy this one, go for here. I'll go for a root user. Logstash you can run using any user by the way. So my love area is opt wget download wget and download. So let's wait for Logstash, and Logstash I'll set it up, input and output, and after that beats. So let's look at this. I'll just pause the recording.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now tarvolex ZXVF Logstash. So guys, Logstash, this is the one, and done. Now guys, I have to configure the Logstash, so please understand, a little fast I'll be. So here what you have to do, here you have to create a pipeline of what? So let me explain you in a simple way. Pipeline where you will take the input from where? You will take the input from beats, and then after that you want to output to what? Elasticsearch. Do you want to filter? You can do the filter. So let me show you some examples of it. See here. So here you are taking the output, sending the output to the Elasticsearch. And some more examples here. So lots of examples are there. I just want to show you a simple example. See here, this is the I think this is the appropriate one. Take the input from the beat, send it to the Elasticsearch. This changes. I have to put it to the, this one. Make sense, guys, all of you? So for that, I have to create a pipeline. So how do we create a pipeline? So let's go for first pipeline I'm creating here. So clear the screen and vi first pipeline, and here you have to embed that all the stuff. So I will also see that official documents, and here the pipeline logstash.conf. This is the same file I'm talking about. This file is no conf. So config file examples for this you can copy paste to avoid the issues. So input we are taking from where? Nothing. Output we are going to do what? Output here. So I want output and input should be from the beats. Guys, there's some noise coming from your side. Please mute yourself. Yeah. So output, input, output. So just give me 2 seconds. Yeah. So here, this is the so many examples I put it up here for my reference. So here output, input from file, CSV, output, and this is input from again file, and so on. So how do I do that? So here logstash input from beats, input beats, output Elasticsearch, output Elasticsearch. I just want to exact code. I don't want to modify the code because copy paste mistake, it will create a wastage of time. So here and I don't find any example. Let me use my example only in this case. So for this, this is the file. I'm going to write it, and port number, filter nothing, output I want to be this one. So multiple output, you can say that. So here output, what is output? Output is Elasticsearch, which is a local host, in fact, local host. So input and output done. Now I am going to write this code, insert and paste it, and beats is not running, by the way. So that is the stuff. I configured my file. I'll just check one more time. I should not modify something which is created trouble for me. So this is done, this is done, and I'm going to run this command, which is config test means, and then exit. This will not run continuously. It will just check the configuration and so everything is okay or not, and then exit. So there is a command problem. No, it's not good. So run it, this one. So if there is error, they will show you on exit.
So Rajesh, what is there in config.test underscore and exit?
So I'm saying, hey, take the input. Look at the image here. Take the input from the beat, allow the input from the beat, and send the output. Whatever you see, process it and send to Elasticsearch. So here input, output, not doing any processing right now.
Yeah. I got it. This is the pipeline, text file which you have given saying that this is what the input where it has to be coming from,
Yeah,
and the output it is going to set it to the Elasticsearch. That is
yeah,
what the first hyphen pipeline.conf file. But what is this
yes.
hyphen config dot you have written, right? Something there.
Okay, this message is important, right? Okay. Now this one you are talking about?
No, the command, right? What was the command? Yeah, in
This
that
command.
command, the hyphen config dot
So
the
see
last
what he
word.
said. Logstash is executable pipeline file for F, and this basically is a parameter you can say to the Logstash. This parameter
Okay,
which will do check the config file, which file, this file, and if they
okay,
found okay, then exit it. That's all. And this is the
okay.
results. Basically, you're validating your code is correct or not, configuration file is correct or
That's a simply parameter, right? You mean to say
not. That's
it's a
simply parameter.
parameter.
Yeah. So
Okay.
my configuration file is good, no problem in it. Now last thing which I have to do is I have to go back and start the beats. So let's go for the beats. I'm not explaining you too much because we are running a little bit of time. So I want to show you some flow, meaningful flow at the end of it. So beats download, where is the beats download? Enter, and uh, search results is not good. Elastic beats download, this is good. So guys, there's so many beats kind of software, depends on what kind of things you are looking for. The file beat, packet beat, main log beat, metric beat, heartbeat, audit beat, function beat. Metric beat for the Linux, Windows beat for Windows, packet for the that network, file beat for the file. So you can install the metric beat if you are like. And this is the Linux again. So here, so copy. Now let me see which configuration I am having. It will be easy for me because save time. So elastic beat file beat I am having. Any other beat I am having instruction. Elastic file beat 8.3 search. Elastic file beat 8.3 with Elasticsearch. So which file beat is a file beat only. So let's do one thing. Let's use the file bits. It'll be easy for me to show the demo. So simply let's download. This is the latest bit only. So file bit means file, you'll get it. So you can get the information from the file. So this is the file downloading, and then tarball and this one. So remember that here different beats you have to use in the different. Metric beat will get you the all the metrics information from the Linux. Heartbeat which for the pinging the infrastructure, audit bit for audit information, function bit for the lambda serverless and all. And so these are the bits available for quick work. So now I'm just downloading one of the bit quickly. So just copy paste and configure faster.
So Rajesh, is it taking longer time or is it stuck? The screen got stuck. So
No. I think
it is taking longer time, right? Okay. Yeah.
just 5 minutes more. I think I have the steps here already documented, so it will be faster. So tar, let me copy paste, it will be easy for me also. So this is the untarring actually done. Finally, guys, you have to go inside this directory, go here, and then mind it here. There is a file which is called filebit.yaml, and in that file.build.yaml, you have to enable the inputs from where you're going to take it up. So files. So let's do this. So pi filebit.yaml and inputs from where? So filebit will take input from where? So input from somewhere, right? And that path is this one. It's an uncommented one. So that means all the files which is located on this location, you will have, I mean, bits will collect the files. Are you understanding? All of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now I got little advanced. So guys, if you understand this input, file boot, output also. So output will be in a Elasticsearch here. But if you want to send the output to the Logstash, so Logstash, how do we set this? So I'll just talk about it. So here, go to the Logstash. Guys, little bit focus, you have to do that. I'm rushing a little bit, but many setups are there which you need to understand that. It can be set up with the Kibana also, Elastic Cloud also, output here. So here, if you look at this, output Elasticsearch is enabled, which I don't want actually. So I'll just disable this. Done. Because as per my work, where I want to send it, I want to send it the Logstash, right? So disabling that. So I'm commenting actually. It was not commented, so I'm commenting. Now this is the area which I wanted actually. So here I am going to uncomment, and then host, local host, that's the same machine I'm running right now. A certificate and all is not required. I do not set it up. So that is superb. So guys, did you understand this output section at least? All of you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So here, if you want to set up output with Elasticsearch, you can do that. If you want to set up with the Kibana, you can do that. And Logstash also, just now I showed you. So I think screenshot of the Logstash I did not mention here. Maybe I might have missed out. So I'll just do it update later. That's all. So 5044. Now, how do we run it? This one. So how do we run it? For that, there is a command which you want to do that, which is this one. Or you want to test the configurations. Let me test the configurations. So first, yes, test the configuration. and seems to be working. There's no error I see. Config okay. You see that this message is very important. Last one. So that's okay. So configuration is okay. Can I run this? Or you can run also this one also. Set up asset, or you can run this one also. So change the ownership to the root, which is already there actually, and run it. Now manually I run it file bit. So first a file bit will take all the files from the system, one location, varlog, yamlog, and stuff like that, and send to the Logstash. What Logstash will do, which I'm not running the Logstash, this is a file bit. So let me run the Logstash also. So root Rajesh 123, and then go to the OPT, and here I'm going to run the Logstash. So win, and now I'm going to run the Logstash. So how to run the Logstash? I have a commands which I'm going to do that, and this command is this one. Okay, so dot here pipeline config reload automatically enter. I am running on the command line, so I just see that everywhere if there is an error I will see that. And let's wait for a few seconds, it takes some time. So guys, did you understand that what I did? So I said bits, hey, take the input from the system, send to Logstash. I said Logstash, hey, allow that input from the bits and send to Logstash, Elasticsearch, and Elasticsearch will take that input, and from Kibana you can search, analyze, or whatever you want to do that. Are you understanding so far? All of you?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. So pipeline running seems to be okay. Not I was little, skeptical there should not be any error, because I just wanted to move on something else also. So warning is okay, I can ignore it. Okay, there is a warning, but there's a problem actually. And the problem is, you know what? The problem is unreachable. You see that here. So that is a problem here because of HTTP. So actually it's not HTTP. So what is that? It's HTTPS. And for that, I need to configure the pipeline one more time. So where is the pipeline? Here, VI. I forgot. Here. Just give me 2 seconds. VI first pipeline, and I need to tell output HTTPS. So how do I do that? So for that, what was the error? I just need to look at one more time. I need to look at one more time this Logstash, and then just give me 2 seconds. It's HTTPS issues only. So that is one thing which is now, once you set up perfectly, then I think it will be a very stable system and secured also. 7, it was not secure by default. 8, it is secured by default. Okay, so now output should be HTTPS. Now Logstash, I'll just keep that ready, that code. Logstash output to what? Elasticsearch HTTPS. So some format I need to follow, and that I need to gather from here. So here you have to provide this one. So I think I got it. I think I'll be having that code with me also. Anyways, so first let's get it work. Host SSL true, SSL certificate verification false, username this one, and then this one. So So it's a local host HTTP. So now vi first pipeline, and here I need to tell I have this snippet actually. So log stash so just a second guys.
Yeah, they have directly given the complete HTTPS URLs on the hosts.
No, that will not work. So here you see that CS certificate, user and password, all these things you have to give it, and this was I was looking for it, I got it. So here output 1 2, this is something I'll update my notes also. So here it should be localhost, okay, and this is not a multiple cluster, so I'll just ignore it. And here this CS cert, I'm going to use it from my system, which is, let me tell you, my system, which is ls home elastic config cert. Is pretty long path, but it's okay. And this is the file csert here, and user for Elasticsearch I created Elastic only in this document initially. So Elastic, and password is this one.
Rajesh, in that certs, there is also one HTTPS one. You are here mentioning HTTPS, and moreover, you are placing HTTP certificate
Where?
in the CA certs at last.
Oh no. Okay, this is just the name of the file for HTTPS CSR. Okay, that you can understand a little bit later. You understand the how certificate works, no? That one. So I think this is done. So now this output I am going to use in my YAML file, and this output I will delete this. So hopefully this should be working, and save it, restart, and now HTTPS configurations also we did. So this is the way. I don't think so there should be any issues, but Again, we'll need to check that. But so what is happening? The flow is very simple now. The beats will take the data from some file, some in system and all. It will send to Logstash. Logstash will parse that and send to Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch is a storage where all storage will happen, and Kibana will see that data and you will practice it. So now let it come. So after this, the entire setup is done. Ultimately, you are the person who is going to work on Kibana. And Kibana, where right now to get started with CRUD. So now I'll go to I think it worked. So it's taking no, there's some error, pipeline error. Elastic password. What is error? But protection. Okay, the error was probably my mistake. Password. Yeah, password. So password, it should be in a quote. Okay.
Index pattern is not defined in output.
So when you are not defining the index pattern, then what will happen? It will create some pattern, something like a Logstash. But it's okay. You can define that also. So I'm creating it will one index pattern here and Raju. This unique name Raju, and save it, and let's run it. Now let's move on to the last point of this system, and which is in this image. See, ultimately you have to work with the Kibana. So when you go to the Kibana here, somewhere here, not this here, then this is the place you have to work with all this CRUD and DSL. Remember, CRUD and DSL is very important. So now how do you do the CRUD? So all this command I have stored it already. Few commands I would like to run it. So the thing is, all this command you could have run blindly with Elastic 7, but for something has to be modified. Now what has to be modified? So we'll talk about it. So first, step number 1, you'll do CRUD. You'll learn CRUD, means how to insert that, create a document, read the document, update the document, and delete the document. Step 2, you will do the bulk operations, bulk ops. And step 3, you will do the DSL. And for all this thing, I have a step-by-step guide, copy paste operation. So here, let's go for CRUD first. So CRUD, which is here, first thing you have to do. After that, you have to do bulk indexing. So for learning purpose. And after bulk indexing, your most of the time will spend on the DSL query. That's the reason, because of DSL, we are using Elasticsearch. Very powerful queries actually we have. This is the complete flow after the setup is working. Now, example popular queries. So lab 1, lab 2, lab 3, lab 4, and last one, this is one. So you can try this one. Okay, so a lot of code we have in this DSL query, whatever you go for it. These are the code. You can't type it, you have to copy paste. But the only thing you have to change is like this pattern. HTTPS, you have to add it everywhere, and certificate and all. So that is the things. Now, if you do this one, the beauty of this, if you copy the whole things at this place, the beauty of these things, they will automatically modify and make it available. So you see that they removed that this part, that HTTP part, and know that where to execute, and then run and execute. Okay, so let's get started from one by one. So I'll show you only CRUD, how to do the CRUD in this and this CRUD. So first I'll teach you, this is the checking that whether Elasticsearch is running or not running. After, these are the APIs we have to work with it, pretty much huge API list. How do you get a help? How do you get a headers? And if you want to query that, some of the API keys and all stuff like that. How do you see the nodes, shardings, master status, indices, and all stuff like that. How do we CRUD? So here, these are the HTTP verb. So get, read, post, create plus update, put, create plus update, and delete. And these are the HTTP response code, which you know that. And finally, we can start from here. Okay, so let's do this, because each lines you have to modify and add something like HTTPS information. Okay, so what I am going to do, I'm going to use some other nodes where I could migrate some of these things. So let me show you that one. So Elasticsearch and this one. So there are some nodes I am already having. So this code you are comfortable, all of you, right? This code, just getting the health of it, correct now?
Yeah.
So I need to prepare something from mine, and that is where is that my code? Yes, here. So here this is the code. The only thing is, like, each command you have to modify to, you know, not this one. What is a path? Just give me 2 seconds, guys. Okay, so this is the path. I think it's the same one, no problem. Yeah, so here this is the path. Let me start running this code at Kibana. Okay, and copy paste is not happening. Why? Okay, so run. Yeah, so what happens, I'll tell you this. Copy, whenever you copy this whole thing, no, it will make a short code actually. And now you are saying that Elasticsearch. Understood, all of you? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah. Now you can make a direct call to Elasticsearch also instead of Kibana. And password, I think I forgot to embed.
Actually, here the API concept is working right. So at the back end,
Which one?
in the Kibana, you are creating dev tools, right? In the dev tools section, you are creating some queries, right?
This query is only. I'm copying and pasting, and automatically they will convert into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so see here. Manually I put it up, and then manually when you put this one, automatically they'll remove the format of and make it the compatible format and run it. See here. So now this is the one. Now I would like to know how many indices we have. So for that, this common will be same indices, right? So I want to know the indices. So the API is cat and indices, and this you can use in this format. So this is how you can query. So API is cat, list of indices, and first I'll run through the command line. Both way I'm showing you, and enter. Pretty is not required, so it's got deprecated. Earlier it was there, but now it's deprecated, so nothing you can do that. So clear this. Just a second. Right now there's no indices actually. I can see. Let me check through UI. So you go to this here, setting. Where is setting? management and
Stack management.
yeah, just again. Stack management and now I just want to see, I want to see that all indices. So these are the hidden indices plus rollout indices. So these are the indices got created, right? So this hidden indices will not be shown. For that we have to have additional parameter for it. So like this. Okay, so yeah, now let's create indices. So that's the next step. How do we create indices? So I'm helping you to create indices using this one. So this is the indices. So modify this code and add this line to that front. Okay, so this will create a product indices. Now there's one mistake I'm making is I realize just now I'm not passing the verb. That is very important. Okay, so this will create a put, means it will create a product indices. Let me first try through command line. Pretty, I'm again doing again and again. This one, remove this. Yeah. Okay, so this indices is already created last command only. So let me change the name of it. So here products one, and here I created. So now can I see the list of indices? Two indices got created. Here you have. So now products and products we have created. This something similar you can do through dev tool also. Here. See this the error is already available. Cancel. 3, 4 or something like that, and see is created. So this way you did created the index. Now what is the next step? Next step is you have to create a documents. Okay, so I'll just copy from my thing. It will save some time of mine. So here also I have some copy paste operation. I don't have to modify each line. So here this is done, this is done, and working for this one. So let's copy this whole things. Okay, and path and all is same, so I can use it directly. I'll explain it to you. So I'm doing this one, creating indices and creating the documents. Okay, so if you see that which API I'm using it, so we are using doc API, the doc number 1 put. Okay, so this is the one, copy and paste in the URL, enter. There's an error. Error is because I copied 100% and pasted, so this was not changed, so we have to change this. Copy. This is the one document I'm creating manually, and enter. Now created, you see here. So like that you can create multiple documents here. One more documents you can create, one more document you can create. And how do you see that documents? So for that, this command is just only the irritating part is like you have a very big commands. That's all. I change the key, and I would like to see all the documents which I inserted, I think 1 or 2 only, to the product. So this command will help you to get it done. and enter. Now you see here I have only one document, by the way, and same command if you run in the here also, and here there's a copy paste mistake has happened, and run, and here is the, so this is the document which you can see on this is on a special format. So your job is to learn what? Now you have to learn all these CRUD operations, then bulk operation and search, a DSL search things, and then keep on learning. Now here in the Kibana latest version, what they have done, I told you they have converted them into the monitoring tool. So if you want to get a monitoring metrics, you can do that. So APM you can get it from here, and agent you can install integration. There are few which is there, and you can install all this agent, elastic agent only. Let's see here. So beats they are trying to deprecate slowly, and they are trying to bring this different kind of agents. So whatever you see, this is the agent. So let's say you want the information from let's say Kubernetes. So these are the 4 integrations available, out of which you want to have anything as such like Elasticsearch. So here you can see that this basically collect the logs and metrics from the using Elastic agent. So these beats are different, agents are different, mind it. So, and beats, if you want to see here, beats only. So these are the beats actually here. So slowly they have migrating into different observability world. How to install agent? So let me install one of the agent here. So setting install agent asset. I have to download this install agent. Okay, so now installation is done, but configurations has not been done. So you can do the configurations. So here this is description, agent policies, monitoring, and all stuff like that, and you can configure it. So this is the way you can also continue checking out all this stuff and see that. Are you understanding, all of it?
From Kibana, we are trying to add an external agent on the in place of beats.
Yes, yes. This is the one which you are showing. It's an external agent in place of bits from the Kibana side. You can install this. Now here, what you have to do, add a styling agent to your host. So they'll give you the code. This code you have to run in standalone machines. This code. So this is the file, all this thing, and this is a configuration file. Enroll in a fleet, all this thing you can do that. This command will install the agent. So let me install. This agent will require that field. So if you see a little bit in a better way, slow way, they have configured the agent, which I did it, and here you have a username and password, and copy paste this one, and this for Linux, right? Yeah. So now you can install this one and enter. So this agent is Elastic agent basically. This is the Elastic agent, not a beats. So this will install, configure the file, give the configurations item, whichever this configuration file, and then start the agent. So now if you know the any monitoring tool, it's like this. So 8 version they are trying to migrate and making a possible, not a, like a log analysis, but basically everything. So this agent which I'm installing, they will grab the the metrics of the system like CPU, RAM, disk, network, and all. And you can use also enable for the log monitoring, also, file bits. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yes.
So which way you want to use, you decide. I primarily focus on the log analysis, and these resources which I am sharing with you is for the log analysis only. But if you want to set up a use as a observability, this is a new domain actually. This guy is not doing well uh, for the log analysis. I mean, Elastic is not doing well. Better solution is there and stuff like that. Okay, so now I think there is no issues in my Logstash. So can I just create some traffic for this and yum install? See here, what file will be there? Yum var logs, and here the file is yum.log and boot.log. So this will not be refreshed. So I'm going to install some tool, uninstall some tool just for the sake of. So yum log dot will be updated. So you can see some in data actually, documents and all. So again, so set your objective actually, what you want. You want to use Elastic for observability, then you have to learn it all different way. Okay, you don't
Rajesh,
need to
your
learn.
voice is low.
Or is it for everyone? Yeah. So if you want to, are you able to hear me, guys? Right?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to use the Elasticsearch, I mean Elastic one for the observability, then you have to completely learn all the agent part, which got introduced recently. If you want to learn ELK for log analysis, the one which I taught you, then you can focus on the DSL. DSL is the only work which you have to do, and DSL with the KQL Kibana query language, and then you will do the things fine. Understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
So guys, this is Kibana. Now here you have many features. Again, depends on that. See, it focuses on the everything observability. That means metrics, infra monitoring, log monitoring, security monitoring, network monitoring, synthetic monitoring, RAM monitoring, APM monitoring. Everything they have at here. You see, and alerts we have, logs have infra, we have APM, we have uptime, we have UX means RAM, uptime means synthetic, APM the ones infra logs and all. And here dashboard alerts and some of the query, I mean some of the cluster related stuff here you have. So it depends on what you want to use it. And see here, my agent is running right now, and let me refresh it. How can I refresh? F5 here. So I install the agent here and here. Okay, I have to give the password. Stuck. So where's the password? Here it is. Enter. I'm typing actually. I'm copying, pasting. Is it change? Just a second. It's correct. Password for Elastic. And you check that maybe change or something. Okay, so now this is the stuff which you have to check that. Understood, all of you? See guys, these are the indices which I created for commands. You can experience this. There's only one document as part of these documents. And few things are there here, stats and all. See, the beauty of it is like edit setting. When you do that, this is the perfect entry when you want to automate it. So you can also JSON, you can do changes and all, and get working. Try to work with the more command line, it will help you. UI part, limited scope of log analysis. Okay, so let me stop the recording.